Hey fam, how's it going? Happy New Year. It is our first reading of the new year. Well, our second reading of the new year if you are part of my members. If you guys are interested in being part members, of course, is in the Ko-fi link in the description below. But what is happening? Yeah, those are the two. I was like, they just kind of slid on out, so we're going to take them. I hope you guys have had a wonderful new year. If you are just coming in, welcome. We're super glad to have you here. If you are returning, welcome back. Happy New Year. I hope the start of the new year has been a good one for you. Hope you're starting something new. I certainly am, and I'm a little excited about it because the things that have been part of that project have started to come in, and I'm going to start working with it after this reading, and I'm just very super excited about that. But these are general readings. Just going to get a general overview of what's going on with us right now, I say, for the weekend as we start this new year, maybe a little bit further into January. But not everything's going to resonate for you. I'll say register. Everything's going to resonate for you guys, and that's completely fine. If it doesn't, just leave it there for somebody else. If you do find that the message does resonate with you, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. All my links are down in the description box below. Let's get started. We have solve any problem. Your mind is your most significant advantage. Ooh, we're already making progress. I feel like this year already has this. It's a very different feeling. The number this year is an 8 year, and eight's all about movement and growth and progress. And there's just a lot of an abundance for a lot of us. There's also abundance. And there's just a lot already in the beginning of this month that seem to be leaning in that direction. And so if you're thinking about something, if you've been kind of plagued with something, I feel like you're going to actually start getting some clues as to how to solve that problem. We also have know your worth. Keep your standards high. Ooh. Do not sell yourself short for anyone this weekend, this month, this year, this lifetime. We're just gonna keep on going. But especially this weekend, I feel like if you feel as if you're being shorted in some way, please stand up. Please stand up and say something about it. We've got the Sailor. Very appropriate for the new year, new influences, wanderlust. Discovery is a whole new year, it's a whole new time, a whole new vibe, and just seeing where we're going from here. We also have the Masquerade, hiding your true self and projection. I am interested to see how that gets presented here. I'm already getting this idea of to beware of this. Be yourself, know your worth. Don't try and little yourself. Don't try and make yourself small for other people. I feel like these two are connected. So keep that in mind. You may actually be encountering people who are kind of hiding who they truly are and kind of just think that's just the way of the world when it's not. So definitely something to keep in mind. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get some tarot cards. Just going to just jump right into it and see what we've got going here. Oops. Ten of Pentacles. Hello. We also have that card, which is the Knight of Crystals. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Okay, Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Crystals. There's definitely a lot of new, exciting energy here. I feel like if you are trying to settle something on a monetary issue, those things are going to start getting solved this weekend. I feel like it's going to be the start of a lot of progress. The word escaped me for a second. It's going to be a start of a lot of progress for us in this situation. If you're worried about family and material matters, I feel like that's going to start kind of solving itself within this weekend as well. With all the stress of the holidays being done and now we're going into New Year, I feel like a lot of pressure is being lifted off of us. And so we're able to think clearer, we're able to speak our minds in a better way than we were before. And definitely with this new year, it's a lot of, especially know your worth. I don't know if you guys are starting a new business, starting a new job, if you guys are thinking about starting in a new direction and not entirely sure how to brand yourself or how to kind of market yourself, which is very, very tough. Trust me on that. But know that, like, you know what? If they won't accept what you're asking for, then they're not meant for you. Do not sell yourself short to get into the door. You know what I mean? Like, you know how much you're worth. You know how much is reasonable. If they're asking for something unreasonably low, then obviously you don't need to be there. I'm going to keep that one. Oh, I love how new influences. The Sailor has Ace of Pentacles. So there's definitely some new opportunities coming in here for you. Some new doors opening. Like I said, if you guys are worried about like a job thing, I keep on going back to the job and business. And I don't know if that's me projecting or if that's honestly is just something that we're all going through as a collective, which I mean, valid, right? Valid. But know that there are things that are opening up to you that you're not seeing right now. Do not be afraid of staring at the horizon. Stare at the horizon. Go toward the horizon line and you will see what pops up for you in that situation. I feel like, are these all going to start coinciding with the different cards? Yes, yes, they are. It is definitely, ooh, Six of Blades. There is some work to be done. If you feel that you kind of fall back into like a persona, it might be time to do some real introspection, some real work, some real reflection at this point. Shadow work comes to mind, just kind of going into those things that make you uncomfortable and figure out why and try and kind of reconcile those things with yourself so that way you can be more genuine, not just to other people, but genuine to yourself, which I feel is way, way more important. I'm not saying the words of Hamlet, but Hamlet doesn't actually say it, to thine own self be true. Hamlet doesn't actually say it, and I forget who says it. It's the old guy, and I can't think of his name. But you guys know what I'm talking about. We've got the Tower card here. I am seeing, ooh, yeah, there's definitely some shakeups that have led to this. I also feel as if you guys aren't willing to make the move is going to be made for you. That is something I have seen in my life way too many times to not warn you guys in advance. Like, oh, do you not like your job? Should you be looking for something else? Okay, well, if you don't do it, the universe is going to make it so you don't have that job so you can. That is a thing that has happened in my life. 10 of Blades. Okay, hold up. There's a whole story here. And the Magician. Oh. Yeah. You're definitely being urged to anything that has been left over. And I said this in my members as well. Anything that was left over in the last month, in the last year, you're being told to remove it. You are being told to remove it. You're being told to push it aside. You're being told to let it go, to let it fall, to let that foundation crumble, and to let it end. Because the sooner that it ends, the sooner that what you want will begin. The Magician is telling me that this is your time. At the beginning of this year, during January, to make whatever it is that you want a reality. But in order to do that, you're going to have to leave the crud behind. These things that you have, that you're holding on to, that really don't serve a purpose for you anymore. It's time for you to let it go. You'll take that card. You will absolutely take that card. What did I just say? Let it go. Eight of Cups. Okay. Yeah, at this point, they're just like putting a finer point onto it, which I love. Thank you so much, Spirit, for being on my side here. I'm also seeing, and it's very interesting that I'm seeing this here on top of the Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to say Ace of Cups. The Four of Cups is telling us that if we're not paying attention, we're not going to see the things that are coming our way. And I know it feels like I'm saying for you to do a lot in a short time. But this isn't just something that's happening over this weekend. This is something that's happening throughout the month as well. It starts this weekend, so that is something to keep in mind. But what are we looking at as far as like the end of this month? What are we looking at? End of this weekend, end of this month, the end of this particular trial that we're going through. What do we have to look forward to? I see you pulling out. Ooh. Oh, I love it. Six of Pentacles. Some reciprocity. Some equality. Some getting out what you put in by moving forward, by taking one step at a time without looking back and like holding on to things that really are just, it's not giving you your best, it's not letting you be your all. By doing that, you're able to really get back into balance, to be more confident. Like, you look at the way this person is looking, how they're completely in control in the situation. They're completely in control. Like, they could be somebody who has just given money to these two hands, or those two hands could be giving money to this person. It's a balance. It could be either way, right? So we're looking at a writing. Like, the ship is writing. The ship is writing itself at this point, at the end of this month, which is something that I really hope you guys are looking forward to, because I'm looking forward to it. But this is something to keep in mind as we are going through this month, kind of resolving any leftover baggage from 2023, because 2023 was a year. I won't say what kind of a year it was, but it was a year. But there's a lot left over, and a lot that needs to get kind of cleaned up and stored away, right? And at this point, we are taking this time to take care of that residual in order to truly get into the 2024 year as best as we can. Okay, so that is your reading, you guys. I hope that it resonated for you here. If it did, go ahead, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. If you want a personal reading with myself, those links are in the description box below, as well as the links to my bracelet. I would say probably the self-love bracelet is going to be a good one for you to use. And also, I'm pulling out, this is the grounding one, I believe. My grounding bracelet is also going to be a very good one for you as well during this season. So if you're interested in those two or any other of my bracelets, link's going to be in the description box below. And also the Ko-fi members, exclusive readings, a chance for a free reading with me, all that's in the Ko-fi link down in the description box below as well. But thank you guys so much for being here and for taking the time to be in the space with me. You guys could be anywhere else on the interwebs, but you decided to be here, and that means so much. So until the next time, take care of yourselves.